A father's tears are hiding a deadly, manipulative secret, and the Hawthorne family is about to be torn apart in a sickening game of blood, lies, and absolute betrayal. This is war. If you thought the tornado that ripped through our beloved town was destructive, you have not seen anything yet. The storm brewing inside the Hawthorne family is about to leave a trail of devastation so brutal, so utterly savage, that I guarantee nothing will ever be the same again. We all sat on the edge of our seats watching Police Chief Elon Hawthorne seemingly try to mend fences with his estranged son, Izaiah. We watched him shed those tears at Orphe's diner, begging for forgiveness for his coldness during Eva Thomas's horrific medical crisis. But guess what? It was all a lie. A sickening, manipulative, calculated lie. Elon did not go to Orphe's to be a better father. He went there to recruit a pawn in a deadly game of chess, and I am absolutely disgusted. Let us break down this explosive situation, because the level of psychological manipulation happening right now is off the charts. Elon versus Izaiah. On the surface, it looked like a heartwarming reconciliation. Izaiah has been through pure hell lately. He had to sit in that hospital waiting room, terrified out of his mind, watching the love of his life, Eva, bleed internally while waiting for Catherine Cat Richardson to finally step up and donate her liver. And where was Elon during the climax of that nightmare? Busy. So when Elon suddenly showed up at Orphe's, pouring his heart out and apologizing for his absence, it seemed like a miracle. But Izaiah is no fool. He was mentored by the casino kingpin himself, Joey Armstrong. Izaiah has learned how to read the streets, how to spot a con, and he instantly realized that his father's tears were nothing but a smokescreen. Why the sudden change of heart? The answer is Jacob Hawthorne. Jacob is completely spiraling out of control. Ever since his best friend Derek Baldwin took a fatal bullet meant for him during that botched plasma ring sting, Jacob has been drowning in severe PTSD and a terrifying, blinding obsession with revenge. Jacob is a rogue missile aimed directly at the Impaler, who we now know is Heather Armstrong, Joey's ruthless sister. Elon is watching his eldest son lose his mind, risking the entire police investigation, and he is terrified. So, what does the great police chief do? He decides to use his youngest son to leash his oldest. Elon was secretly hoping that by bringing Izaiah back into the fold, he could use him to control Jacob. And worse, Elon started casually interrogating Izaiah about Joey Armstrong's connections to the criminal underworld. Can you even imagine the psychological torture of realizing your father is only hugging you to get to your mobster mentor? Disgusting. But Izaiah did not just roll over and take it. Oh no, he flipped the script in the most savage way possible. Izaiah looked his father dead in the eye and delivered a brutal ultimatum. He agreed to reconcile, but on one non-negotiable condition. Elon had to officially suspend Jacob from the police force. Boom. Izaiah knew that if Jacob stayed on the case, his obsession with the Impaler would get him killed. Izaiah demanded the suspension to save his brother's life from his own madness. And in a moment of pure, unadulterated desperation, Elon actually accepted the terms. He suspended his own son. Everything just changed. Jacob versus Izaiah. When Jacob found out that he had been stripped of his badge and that Izaiah was the one who pulled the strings, the fallout was apocalyptic. Jacob completely snapped. We are talking about a man who is already haunted by the ghost of Derek Baldwin, a man who feels the blood on his hands every single time he closes his eyes. Jacob's PTSD morphed into absolute, terrifying paranoia. Instead of seeing that Izaiah was trying to save his life, Jacob screamed, "Betrayal!" He wildly accused Izaiah of conspiring with Joey Armstrong to eliminate him from the investigation. Jacob actually believes his own brother is working for the mob to protect the plasma ring. The brotherly bond shattered. The trust evaporated. The Hawthorne family is literally eating itself alive. But wait, because the drama does not stop there. Just when you think the Hawthorne men cannot sink any deeper into this abyss of chaos, a massive, earth-shattering bombshell drops that changes the entire trajectory of this war. The Hawthornes versus Heather Armstrong. While Elon and Izaiah were busy trying to rebuild their shattered trust amidst Jacob's paranoid meltdowns, they uncovered a terrifying truth. Heather Armstrong has infiltrated the police department? That is right. The Impaler is not just watching them from the shadows. She has a mole operating right under Elon's nose inside the precinct. The call is coming from inside the house. How do you fight an enemy who knows your every move before you even make it? Elon is the police chief, but he is completely paralyzed. He cannot trust his detectives. He cannot trust his lieutenants. The entire precinct is compromised, and the walls are closing in fast. This is where the story takes a twist so deliciously ironic, I could hardly believe my eyes. With the official police force compromised, who steps up to conduct the internal investigation? Izaiah. Yes, you heard me correctly. Izaiah Hawthorne, the kid who was pushed aside, the kid who found a father figure and a casino boss, is now the only person his police chief father can trust. And how is Izaiah hunting down this deadly policeman? By using the exact street-smart underworld tactics he learned from Joey Armstrong? Izaiah is flipping the script, using criminal strategies to outsmart a criminal mastermind who has infiltrated the cops. The sheer poetry of this situation is mind-blowing. Izaiah is navigating a treacherous web of lies, deceit, and hidden agendas, playing a dangerous game of cat and mouse inside his own father's precinct. Every single second counts right now. The tension is suffocating. This is not just about saving Elon's career or salvaging a broken family dynamic. This is a matter of life and death. Because if Izaiah and Elon do not find Heather's mole in time, Jacob is a dead man walking. Jacob is out there, stripped of his badge, stripped of his police protection, running purely on adrenaline, PTSD, and a desperate thirst for vengeance. He is a sitting duck. Heather Armstrong has marked him for assassination, and the mole is the one holding the crosshair. Can you feel the urgency? I am literally gripping my screen. Jacob thinks Izaiah is his greatest enemy, completely oblivious to the fact that Izaiah is risking everything, diving into the dark underbelly of police corruption just to keep Jacob breathing. The tragic irony is so heavy it hurts. Jacob is pushing away the only person who can actually save him. Will Izaiah's street skills be enough to unmask the traitor before the assassin strikes? Can Elon ever truly redeem himself after manipulating his own flesh and blood? And what happens when Joey Armstrong finds out that his protege is using his teachings to hunt down his own sister's syndicate? The stakes have never been higher. The betrayals have never been deeper. Fairmont Crest is a war zone, and the Hawthorne family is standing right at ground zero. I need to know what you guys think about this absolute madness. Do you think Izaiah can find the mole in time? Will Jacob's paranoia get him killed before he realizes the truth? Do not miss what happens next, because the explosion that is coming will leave casualties in its wake. Drop your theories in the comments below, smash that like button if your jaw is on the floor, and subscribe so you do not miss a single second of this heart-stopping drama.